Welcome to the Scottsdale Vibes podcast. I'm your host, Alicia Haygood. Well, Scottsdale Super Season is wrapping up this week. We have had such an eventful season, especially here in Scottsdale. The influx of people and the amount that it's brought in has just been wonderful to see. It's so nice to see Scottsdale shine. And this week, we round up with the most important Arabian horse show, the biggest one in the world, happening right here in Westworld in our own backyard in Scottsdale. So I'm so excited to have Cathy Vecsey with us at the table today to talk all about what's coming up this week. I'm going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll talk Arabian Horse Show. Are you like me and love a good fried chicken sandwich? Maybe a grilled chicken salad of some sort. How about those hot and fresh fries, all washed down with some fresh squeezed tea or a milkshake? Are you hungry yet? Then you need to go check out Bird Call, located at the corner of Scottsdale and Shea, for everything delicious, fresh, all natural, and locally sourced. Bird Call started with the mission to make natural food more accessible. Not only are they feeding us all natural food, but 1% of their sales goes to support local schools, charities, and organizations here in Scottsdale. You can see all the delicious details by visiting eatbirdcall.com or just driving to their location on Scottsdale and Shea. Oh, and did I mention they're open on Sundays? Unlike some other chicken places, you can get your chicken fix 7 days a week. Bird Call, your only choice when it comes to all natural and delicious chicken. Cathy Vecsey has been a part of the Arabian horse community for decades. She's been competing at the national level since the early 80s, and in 2017, Cathy and her husband made the cross-country trip from Connecticut to Arizona with 14 animals in tow. I've moved across country with 2 kids, and I thought that was enough. 10 of those amazing animals are her beloved horses. She now sits as one of the directors on the board of the Arabian Horse Association of Arizona and is the trainer for Hawk Haven Farms and still competes as an amateur. Thank you so much for joining us at the table today. This event's the largest one in the world for the Arabian Horse Show, right, correct?
Yes.
It is bringing in horse and guests from all over the world, which I learned a couple years ago. It just amazes me. But I feel like this year might be one of the biggest ones yet, just because of how much is going on in Scottsdale in general. So how has that been fun for you guys, preparing for you guys? Are you ready? I'm sure it's a yes and no and everything in the middle.
Getting ready for this horse show is a blessing and a curse. We work at it 12 months. I mean, we no sooner close the gate on the last class than we start working on the next year. It's a lot to get 2,000 horses across the country and get all these people here. I mean, if you watch the Weather Channel for 5 minutes, you can see the weather issues. And everybody's got to truck across the country and get here early and get acclimated. And, so it's a lot. And then for us to try to organize, don't forget our move-in day is the same day as the final round of the Phoenix Waste Management and Super Bowl.
Wow.
So Westworld's going to be pretty busy. And so when you try to get all those horses on the fairgrounds with all those semi-trailers and trucks and trailers and people, it's going to be pretty unorganized. But, it always works out.
This is because Westworld is also doing carpooling and bus share.
Oh, yeah. So we'll all be there fighting for our little space.
Your face is like, yes, and we're very aware, Alicia.
Oh, we're very aware.
2,000 horses
it's
just from across this country, and how many are shipped here as well?
Oh, a couple hundred, I would say. Yeah,
That's
some
crazy.
fly in, but most drive across the country. Yeah.
Do you think that this year's event in particular is any bigger than years past, just because of how busy it is?
I think we're a little bit higher than we were last year. I think obviously in our business the economy plays a role and COVID plays a role. Weather, travels, and things like that. But I think we're looking pretty solid. We're above 2,000 horses, so that's a lot of horse flesh to get on one fairgrounds.
Well, it starts this week, February 16th through the 26th. There's events happening all day, every day. So tell me about some of these most popular events. What would be fun for the public to come see, and what are you most excited to see?
Well, we have several things that I think the public would be in. You don't need to know anything about horses to come to this horse show and enjoy it. We can put on a spectacle.
Agree.
We can put on a spectacle all day long, every day for 10 days. We run 8 rings. We have 10 days. We have morning and afternoon sessions. We have evening sessions the first weekend, which is really dedicated in the main Equidome. The first weekend is really dedicated to our youth exhibitors because of President's Day being on Monday and no school. We do all of the kids' classes Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday.
Okay.
So that's what you'll see mostly inside. Then outside, we have the adult amateurs riding and different people throughout. But as soon as you enter the commercial exhibit area through the North Hall, you'll see something called hoof beats, which is how people learn to speak horse, is what they say.
Oh.
And it has several stations set up where you learn to lead and brush and pet and do all these different things, and you can participate in all of these different stations. So your children or yourself or whomever can have this horse experience. Very safe horses that we bring in for that event. Then we also have Meet a Horse, which the Amateur Association of our organization puts on. We have a very active amateur branch to our club, and they'll do that. They put them in the full Arabian costume. They can put the person also like in part of the costume. You can climb up there and get your picture taken with an Arabian horse. We also have barn tours, which you can sign up for as you go in there. We have a wonderful couple that runs the barn tours, and several barns throughout the facility sign up for it. And you can get a behind-the-scenes look, as it were, behind the candelabra and see this is how we feed them. This is how we get them ready to show. This is what our tack rooms look like. This is how we set up our living rooms here at the horse show. This is how we live for 2 weeks. And then we have an international food court, so you can buffet from one end to the other.
Love it.
You can't go wrong with that. So there's just a lot to see. Like I said, 24/7, there's a lot to see on that fairgrounds.
That's exciting. And I agree. I've never owned a horse. My kids are not really into horseback riding, but we actually really look forward to this event every year. My kids love it. We have gone to the Paint-A-Horse. The vendors that you have in there are just spectacular.
We are sold out of commercial vending space this year, so we'll have 300 or more vendors. Yeah.
Wow. Fantastic.
There'll be lots of things to purchase.
And lots of things to have fun.
Yeah.
The Arabian horse, I've learned, is one of the most spectacular breeds of horses in the world. They're pure. They're gorgeous. What are you looking for when it comes to seeing a top breed of an Arabian horse?
Well, twice I've had the honor of judging this horse show in addition to competing. And I can tell you it's quite a seat from the center ring when you're trying to cipher through all those wonderful horses.
Ooh.
These horses in general, their perception, they can sense your heartbeat from 4 feet away. Their perception, their intuitiveness, their intelligence, their willingness to please, they are just magical creatures to be around in your life. So when you're judging these classes, what the judges are looking for is, that brilliant performer that sticks out, that one that looks like the person's having the time of their life. That horse that looks like you say, you know what, that's the one I want to take home and ride.
Well, that kind of leads to my next question, is because this is a sport. It is very much prepared. You have a team behind you. You practice and everything's there. Is it like other sports where there is a horse that comes from behind that really just grabs your attention?
Yeah, there could be.
And it's just wow, I did not expect that.
And, because they show for 10 days, so a lot of these horses will be in multiple classes.
Okay.
And maybe that wasn't your class. Maybe he wasn't quite feeling it that day. But he could come back tomorrow and just blow everybody away.
Yeah.
He could knock your socks off the next day. Good days, bad days, but they try really hard. They know their jobs and they work really hard to do it the best they can do.
That's interesting. I can totally see, because they're emotional.
They're very emotional, right?
Scottsdale started out as many things, and it's one of them, of course, being a horse town, the Wild Wild West, McCormick Ranch, and everything else around us. So what makes the Scottsdale Arabian Horse Show stand out to other Arabian horse shows around the world?
Well, one, it's sheer size. Two, it's organization. We offer something for everybody, and we offer a venue that people really want to come to. Even when I was struggling through the winters on the Northeast, I never could miss a Scottsdale show. I've been coming to these since the 80s, because when you live in a bad part of the country where it's cold, you just need to get out, So that's why it draws a lot of people, and also because of the way we run our schedule, we don't have a lot of night classes, so that gives our exhibitors a lot of time to have their parties and have their, a lot of farms will have different parties and invite people to them, or it gives friends a chance to connect. It's the beginning of our show season. Wonderful places to go to dinner, wonderful things to do here in Scottsdale. So it's, you're going to a place that people want to go to anyway.
Well, let's talk about that. You are a big part of this horse community. You've been a part of it pretty much your whole life, I feel like. It is more than just a show during the day, and I've learned that the parties at night are very fancy and fun, because you're dealing with horses all day. You can get dressed up.
We
and
can
feel
do it,
nice. So tell me about some of those and the community around the Arabian horse shows.
Well, actually, I'm involved in several, but the first one that comes to mind, we're having a gala event at Talking Stick that is being funded by a family who has just been an institution in our breed. It's the Ames family, and for Ames Construction, and that'll all go to benefit the Horse Promotional Fund as well as Mayo Clinic Cardiac.
Very nice.
And then at the end of the week, there's another organization in which I also sit on the board, and it's the Arabian Professional and Amateur Horsemen's Association, and we also have a gala event at the end of the week, and that rewards excellence in our breed. We give out, it's sort of like our Academy Awards.
Oh, okay.
It gives out trophies at the end of the week for youth riders and trainers and different horses, and it's all voted on, by Arabian Horse Association members. And so that sort of ties up our week, and then throughout the week, there are different farms that have private things, but those are two of our biggest public ones.
Let's talk about the people on the horses. We all go and look at them. They're gorgeous, but it's the riders as well. Tell me, Cathy, what it was like from starting off as a child riding and getting into this, sport of yours up until now you're a trainer and a judge sometimes and everything in between.
Well, I started riding at 2. So It's a little, it's a little hard for me to, I got to flash back. but it's intuitive when you're a child. Like, it's just not hard. But there we have quite a large contingent that has started later in life. Like my husband, for example, started at 40 years old. So that's harder, because it's, as they say, it's the only sport in which the ball has a brain.
Oh,
so, it's,
yeah.
I mean, yes, it's not a team sport, but it is a team sport because it's you and your horse. Mm-hmm. So it's not you and 5 other people, but it's you and this horse. And the horse has an opinion about things. So you have to learn to communicate. You have to learn to have that language with him. You have to be in really good physical shape. You have to learn to have really good, you have to have good balance. You have to have good timing. You have to have quick reflexes, but kind reflexes. You have to have a good strength of mental preparation, because you got to be in charge. Somebody's going to be in charge of it, whether it's you or the horse. I prefer it to be me.
I agree.
So,
I agree.
so you just practice and practice so that you and your horse speak the same language and you can go in there and do what you have to do.
What are some events that you compete in or that you enjoy most to compete in?
I predominantly show in all the English events, so I'll do things like the park horses, the English horses, the country horses. I've done side saddle, I've done native costume, I've done driving, I've done, I've just done a lot of those different things. I tend to do the things that rev up the most adrenaline. Like if I had to do the things that didn't, that would be a little tough for me. It's hard for me to decompress, and my horse would be like, oh, I don't want to do this, so I like horses that have that kind of, adrenaline. I'm an adrenaline junkie, and so that's
you have
that's
to find your partner, right?
Yeah, you have to find your partner. And like my husband's like, yeah, I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
Like he'll say that to me all the time. He's like, I don't get the eye of the tiger like you do.
Yeah.
Like I'm an adrenaline junkie.
I can relate to that as well.
Yeah.
Let's take a short break. I want to talk about being a trainer and how that has transferred over into your horse love. We all want that perfect smile. So who better to call for all your dental needs than Dr. Rob DeVito at Arizona Center for Laser Dentistry. Dr. DeVito and his staff offer the best dental experience. Whether it's time for your routine cleaning, one-of-a-kind laser dental treatment, or teeth whitening, their same-day service saves you time and money. And as a mom of 2 little ones, trust me, this is exactly what I need. Give Dr. DeVito a call at 480-990-1905. You can also find him on the web at drdevito.com. I'm sitting here at the table with Cathy Vecsey. She is one of the directors of the Arabian Horse Association of Arizona. It's almost a tongue twister. I have to slow down to say it. Cathy, you're a trainer here in town at Hawkhaven Farms. Tell me about life as a trainer and how you take that into your own competitions.
Okay, so my situation is a little bit different situated than most people. Yes, I do train, but I only train my own horses.
Oh, okay.
So I don't have outside clients. So it's similar to the Olympics in a sense that if you receive money to be a horse trainer, you can't show as an amateur.
Gotcha.
So in order for me to be able to show as an amateur, which I do, the horses that I train belong to Hawkhaven Farms, which is solely my husband's and mine.
Gotcha.
But, I mean, there are farms that'll be bringing 60, 70 horses to this horse show.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a lot of horses to keep organized. I mean, I'm struggling with 4, and these people bring a lot. So, I mean, it's like moving a city, to get them all
I can
here.
imagine.
Yeah. And, I mean, that impacts their lives. That's 365, 24/7. I mean, you don't just put it in the garage and then look at it in the spring. I mean,
it doesn't have a cover on it.
No,
take it out
it
for a
doesn't
nice
have
drive.
a cover on it. So, I mean, it's a lot. The commitment is so worth it when you get the payback.
Let's talk about you. Right before we started recording, you're like, oh, they're going to get their hair cut soon. So I love this. So, tell me about the day in the life of a trainer, especially this week, revving up for the show.
Well, this week I had to get up early to be there to do that before I came here because I don't, it was a little chilly and I don't really like doing that. So I went early and, they're getting ready. They're all blanketed. They're blanketed to keep their hair down, but they're a little fluffy, from wintertime. So starting this week, we'll have to body clip them all and take all that fluff off, make them look a little fancier. And then they get their little faces shaved. So, because we like to show the beauty of the Arabian horse. We like to accentuate their eyes and their ears and their little tiny muzzles. And I don't really work them super hard coming up to a show. They know their jobs. Especially here in Arizona, we don't really have an off season. So these horses are they're not off for 6 months and then starting back to it. I mean, they kind of stay at it all year long. So they know their jobs right now. I mean, I'm just reinforcing it every day, 15, 20 minutes a day, just reinforcing it. And then when I get them over there, they'll be confident. And hopefully when I ask, they'll know just what I'm asking them for.
The horses, like humans, they love going to the spa and getting spoiled and
Not
stuff
so
like
much.
that. Oh, really?
No,
they're like, no.
No, I mean, they do. They don't dislike it, but it's not not as enjoyable.
So it's like dealing with a toddler time.
It's very similar, like washing your puppy. You know, it's just bigger.
Okay, the event starts this week, February 16th. It lasts 10 days until February 26th. There's plenty of events and opportunities to go and see what's going on. Cathy, before we leave, I would like to ask everyone my favorite question. What is your favorite Scottsdale vibe?
My favorite Scottsdale vibe. Oh, the food.
Yeah.
I'd have to say the food. And I think we're so fortunate here in Scottsdale to be either go uptown or downtown. So you can go to Cave Creek, and have like this great time, or you can go to Scottsdale and have this uptown time. And I just think, the quality of service and the quality that we have here in this, you can't beat this valley for the quality of life.
I agree. You've been here a few years longer than me, but I agree we've kind of set roots here.
It was not hard.
Yeah, especially coming from the Northeast. I mean, look what you missed this season.
Oh, I know.
Best of luck to you
Thank you.
The shows this week and everyone on the board. Stay tuned. We'll have the calendar of events, but obviously the Arabian Horse Show should be your number one thing to be checking out this week.
Thank you.
With over 20 years of experience in real estate, Sean Shackleton of the Shackleton Group is ready for you. Sean is a well-respected, full-time agent that is always at the forefront of both market trends and market technology. Most importantly, she is a realtor who will listen and always put your needs first. It's no wonder Sean is named as one of America's top 100 real estate agents. So whether you're buying or selling or need a good neighbor, call Sean of the Shackleton Group at 480-734-7277 or find them on the web at theshackletongroup.com. We've heard commercials for those other insurance agents, but when it comes to someone who knows Scottsdale and the insurance business, there's only one person you can trust with your stuff, and that's Jeremy Mueller of State Farm Insurance. Jeremy and his team of agents have been helping Scottsdale for over 20 years. From big purchases to rentals, there is nothing Jeremy can't cover at the best rate with the best service. Don't believe me? Then give him a call yourself at 480-515-5523 or find him on the web at jeremymueller.com. This week's calendar of events is wrapping up Scottsdale Super Season. Man, what a month of fun it has been. Let's take a deep breath after this next week of the Arabian Horse Show and maybe just enjoy our quiet little city again. But go check out the Arabian Horse Show. Like Cathy said, it really is a fun event for all. You don't have to be into horses. You don't have to be a rider or know anything about the shows to go and enjoy it. We have been for the past 3 years, and my family loves it. Check out more at thescottsdaleshow.com or in the description of this episode. You can find every bit of information you need by clicking on the link. Arizona Fine Art Expo is still happening on, and tickets start at $12. It's a beautiful event where artists from around the world will come in and they show you their artwork, and they even paint or sculpt or carve or I don't know what else they're doing. Oh, glass blowing was going on last time I was there. It's a really nice event. And just to see the artist's work at hand, I loved it. The event is going on through March 26th, so plenty of time to be had, but go do it and enjoy the fun. Valentine's Day is going on next week, so if you haven't made your reservations for you and your loved one, you better get on that quick because I guarantee you the slots are filling up fast. And as everyone, as well as Cathy just told you, the food tends to be everyone's favorite thing about Scottsdale, so go make those reservations for those restaurants now. Have a wonderful week, Scottsdale. Keep vibing, and I'll see you around town.